Hey, my peeps, it is Marci Lockin. I'm locking down the truth with, you know who this is, and what are you locking down, G? What you got?
Just choosing my best life.
Choosing your best life. He was just like at this massive conference in San Diego, and he's like, I was just hanging with Marci, my girl, and I was wearing my bracelet. So I grabbed G today. We're at a mastermind, his mastermind, Golf 20, which if anyone's read Atlas Shrugged, they would know what that's all about. And so I wanted to pull him in on talking about relationship capital, because this was one of the last time we were in Texas together. Every time he talks, I like get these beautiful nuggets that I get to implement into my business. And so relationship capital is one of the places that most people are maximizing as entrepreneurs. Tell us why that's so huge and where that's such a big value for business.
Yeah, so there's a formula called the value equation, which is our mental capital, which is our idea, knowledge, wisdom, tools, systems, and our relationship capital. And when we create value, solve problems, or serve others, that's how we create financial capital. So if you think you have a financial problem, that's only a symptom. You either have a mental capital or relationship capital problem, meaning you're one idea or one relationship away from getting to the next level. Now, some people have toxic relationships, so that's going to drive down, create stress, negative energy, lead towards debt in their life.
Or they have about another day, get rid of those, getting core values line.
So it's not just what you know, it's not just who you know. Some people say it's just who you know, but you've got to bring something to the table. So when you bring something to the table, you can build relationships. And as you build relationships, there's all this equity that grows inside of relationships that most people never tap into. When someone says, how can I serve you? How can I help you? And you say, I'm good. The reality is we could always do better if we're just clear about it. So you can ask for something, and by asking for something, they can actually either connect you to someone, or they could, actually deliver value to you if you're willing to allow it. So we store all this wealth inside our relationships that most people never tap into. It's called goodwill. It's called economic value. There's just like a ton of that doesn't.
Yeah, and it got me thinking, because I remember a long time ago being like, realizing when you're blocked in receiving, like you have an unconscious connection not being worthy. I always say money issues are not a reflection, they're just a reflection of an inability to receive. So hence, you just said it there. If somebody says, if Garrett says to me, how can I support you? And I'm like, oh, it's all good, man, I'm good, right? That's actually a big reflection of my shit. That I'm not able to receive and go, oh, awesome. Like, I appreciate the value that you would carry, and think about it going, hey, I would love to actually know this person. Every time I'm with him, he's constantly creating value. He's like, Marci, there's somebody that I should connect you with, or, it's this beautiful gift of give and receive, give and receive. That's actually how life works. Inhale, exhale, So you hear us talk a lot about not sacrificing, like it's like keeping our lives balanced, having like amazing people in our lives. It's always about how can I take in and how can I give back, and so that's a huge part of it. So when I looked at that relationship capital, I remember when you talked about it, I was like, holy fuck, I'm totally not utilizing my relationship capital, which the last little while has guided me to going, how do I now give value to the world in a bigger way and use all these people in my lives that can assist me with that?
Yep, and so here's how it works. There's a book called Give and Take by Adam Grant. It says there's givers on the top and givers on the bottom, and takers are in the middle. But the givers on the bottom are the ones that always give but never get back. And a lot of people that are good contributors aren't good at receiving, and if they're just willing to receive, that's where the exponential growth is. So, I like that anytime Marci comes across something, she's like, hey, you know this, you should check this out. I just told this person about you should connect with them. And so anytime I ask her, like, what are you up to? What do you want to help? What do you want help with? I don't just ask that. I say, what are you excited about? What's your vision? What's going on? What's working? What do you get to work on to take to the next level? And then I can go, oh, I know so-and-so, or I can actually help with that. And so one time when I saw her just blowing up and doing great things and making more money, I just said, hey, you're always talking about loves and ass grabs. I got to make sure that your ass is protected. Have you done, who's helping you get all your financial assets protected?
You sent me a card. I literally get a card in the mail, Wealth Factory, and I opened it up and it says, time to protect those assets. I was like,
and I put ass in parentheses. And I was like,
I mean, this shows all these things, right? Like, he was one of the people that I learned from him, implementing into my morning routine, writing handwritten notes. And again, this is like, just building relationships. I mean, all this is talking about even the greatness of building relationships. No longer are we like, okay, cool, transaction. It's like, hey, how can I, like, he's one of the main people that I would love to be around. It's a key role in my life that is like, you're like the 5 people you're the most around, right? So building relationships and then how you use that. So the relationship capital, just focusing on that, has expanded my business huge, just because I was like, wow, how can I actually not only support others, and always looking for, it's like the question you always say when you're around somebody, you're like, how can I support you? How can I serve you? Is there something that I can do right now? What you always say, like, There's
So
no
think of your
perfect-
top 5 things that you could use support with, and always have them on the forefront of your mind. And when someone asks, say, "Do you know or do you know someone who?" and list it out. And then, so if I'm like exhausted, and someone says, "Hey, how can I help you?" I'm like, "Who do you know that's a great influencer that would be good in my program?" And they could turn around and promote us. Like I could be half dead and I could still remember that. And it's amazing how people make the connection. So
And you always say, like when someone asks, like if I say, "Hey Garrett, this is what I would love support with," you're like, "How can I help this person the most right now?"
Yep.
Or who can I introduce them to? So
Yep.
again, it's always like, even there's always connections made. So just tune into that. Relationship capital is a big one. I know there's several things that Garrett teaches around aspects in your business that could help you expand.
Yep.
Mental capital is huge for me, and relationship capital is huge for me. So think about that. Podcast is
All
yours.
there you go.
Choose your best
All right.
life. Lock it down.
All right.